What a great jump for Spencer Davis. It's like Ankrum didn't even go or something.
Huge jump. And, wow, contact in there, and Alfredo's going to take advantage.
And Dylan Bassett, right on the very bottom of the racetrack, he's jumping into third place.
Wow, so Bassett and Alfredo take advantage of Ankrum.
All the way down on the flat at 44.
We're actually looking next door. NASCAR is indicating to us they're going to just look at that restart one more time. And now they're nodding their heads. It was clean, and so the 13 of Davis did go at the cone just as he was supposed to. It was Ankrum who really didn't fire. And he's back to fourth.
And most of the time, that leader controls the restart. So even if it restarts under review, that leader, when he goes, that's when NASCAR deems a race starts.
So now Dylan Bassett says, hey, later in the race, absolutely. The 44 going for it down the backstretch.
Yeah, that was a really aggressive move on that restart that worked out for him. And he's been running lower than anybody else all night. Ankrum's been making good passes, but Dylan has been able to run the very bottom. Clears Spencer Davis for the lead.
How about that? New leader
on the apron.
New leader, 44, Dylan Bassett. Now Ankrum trying to claw his way back after a very odd restart for the young driver.
Yeah, this is setting up for a really good finish because Ankrum has had the fastest car all night. He's had to start last, come all the way through the field. He's made tougher passes than anybody else all night. And he's got to get himself back in a rhythm. You can see the way he's kind of sliding around, making contact. I think he's got to get his mind back right so that he can remember that he has the fastest car in the field and chase these leaders down.
It's been a month since this series has raced. As you see Alfredo fighting back on the inside. Ankrum told me he's raced a couple of times in his super late model just to stay fresh. And now he's had a very busy weekend at the Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park.
You know, we got New Hampshire coming up, and I know a lot of these teams are planning on taking these cars straight from Thompson to New Hampshire for the race.
Yep.
For the first 3 quarters of this race, I would have thought, oh, man, maybe they're saving their equipment for New Hampshire next week. And now we got a race for the win. And they're starting to slide into each other. They threw it all out. They figured, oh, we'll fix them up after this one.
Yeah, well, and Thompson Speedway, to their credit, has given these guys extra garage space to prepare those cars as they're done here to get them onto New Hampshire. So big shout out to the track here. They did a nice attaboy to them. So back up front. This is for second now. Dylan Bassett's getting away. Tyler Ankrum trying to make quick work of Spencer Davis.
So we talked about Spencer Davis running the high line all day long, and this is where it works against his favor. We start opening up the bottom for people when racing is really tight. They just got too much room to make an aggressive move on you and make a pass like Tyler just did.
Derek?
Right now we're listening to the radio conversation of the number 17 of Tyler Ankrum, and the crew chief and spotter are coming over the radio telling him, stay calm, you've got less than 20 laps to go. You have more than enough time to be able to reel Dylan Bassett in and take the win.
Yeah, that's the crew right there, just trying to remind his driver how good his car is, how much time he has left. He had a rough restart, but we can get it back.
Dipple going for fourth under Alfredo. Dipple, by the way, excited for his NASCAR Camping World Truck Series debut coming up at the Eldora Dirt Derby this week.
I don't know how many drivers want to make a debut on the dirt track, but I think if there's anybody that can handle it, it's Tyler Dipple.
Big block modified driver in his past. He's so young and he has a past in racing already. A lot of experience on the dirt, and that's helped him slip slide these cars around. He's had to learn a little bit of the asphalt stock car racing style, which is different.
You can see he likes making that slide job move. There he's sliding right up in front of Alfredo. Not enough room to clear him in the middle of the corner, but Alfredo gave him a break.
Behind them, side by side, McReynolds on the outside, and Chase Cabry now moving forward in that Levi Garrett, Jeff Bodine-esque scheme. Chase helped design all these Rev Racing race cars, and a young fella in their shop named Jimmy G, who has worked at Rev Racing for 7 years. His dad designed the original for Jeff Bodine. McReynolds is going to hang on to that spot. And Cabry's now going to get pressure from Garcia, who has righted the 12 and is trying to make his way back forward.
Yeah, he wisely gets himself back up into that outside lane because he was about to get freight trained by his teammate.
And Chase Dowling behind them in the 31, trying to pick up a couple of spots, getting close to 10 to go. This is back in the pack as the lead has not settled down. Remember, Ankrum trying to chase down Bassett. Can Tyler Ankrum, fastest car on the track all weekend, catch Dylan Bassett before it's over here at Thompson? We'll bring you the finish in a moment. Laps to go at Thompson Speedway. A quick look at the battle for a sixth. That's Brandon Cookie Visconti McReynolds on the outside in the 74. Chase Cabry finally sticking the nose through. And this is the battle for the win. Dylan Bassett in the 44 trying to hold off Ankrum.
Great move by Ankrum with the crossover. It gets Bassett out of his comfort zone, then running the bottom, and now he sticks Bassett in the outside lane.
Side by side. 9 laps to go. 8 this time by.
Dylan does not want to give him room on that bottom, and I don't blame him.
A little bit of contact. Yeah, you've got the lead. I'm going to hang on to it, man.
He has made that low line work so well. He's going to make Tyler Ankrum commit to the outside to make this pass.
Ankrum already a winner in the series this year. Bassett, not so much. He's only got 1 career victory, and it came in his first of 4 seasons in the K&N Pro Series East. Would like to return to victory lane here, but it's going to be a tall order.
Dylan just needs to get this thing into the corner as hard as he can without getting loose in. But it looks like Ankrum's got the leverage now. He's got the position.
Side by side, even through 3. And off of 4. Is this where the drive comes?
Yeah, that's the drive off.
Wow.
Dylan gave it one more shot of a slide job type move to protect the lead, but Ankrum's he can roll that top too well.
It shows you the power down that you get from running that high line.
Yeah, his car, you can just see that 17 is rotating so well through the middle of the corner. And you can just hear him go to the throttle.
It's a feeling you like when you're a driver. Get back to the throttle and it sticks.
Oh, absolutely. We see some brakes glowing towards the end of this race. These guys are using up their cars. Even in a day race, you can see some hot brakes.
Chase Dowling in the 31, getting around the 12 of Ruben Garcia Jr. Behind them, the 2 of Ryan Vargas, running the Tommy Ellis paint scheme throwback this weekend. Vargas was hoping to do a little hard-nosed racing for Terrible Tommy. Here is 5th. Chase Cabry now making up some ground in the latter laps. One of the drivers who perhaps really saved his stuff landing early on.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of him until just now. Cabry kind of had to push that 40 of Alfredo up the racetrack just a little bit. Alfredo, all he wanted to do was get to his bumper right there. You know, these short tracks where you really change directions quick, if you could just get to their bumper and wiggle them out of the way, you can steal that spot back, but it looks like Cabry's driving away.
You can see by the graphic, up front all day has been the 40 of Alfredo. And just now at the latter parts of the race, with just 2 to go, falling back.
Hey, I'm happy for Cabry having a good, strong run. You know, we talked about guys not having to save their tires. Here's a guy that did.
That's right. That's right. Well, Ankrum had to do it all. He had to save. He had to go. He's got 1 lap remaining now to win here. There's the white flag. And he's gotten around Bassett. And looks like clear sailing down the backstretch.
Tyler Ankrum dominated this weekend with speed, but had to start at the back. He's showing him up right now, though.
That's right. Past everybody on his way to victory lane. Tyler Ankrum takes it at Thompson.
What a great finish for Bassett, though. I mean, gosh, that last restart, he gave it everything he had. You know that he didn't leave anything out on the table.